celebrate Black History Month at Delville High School. Many thanks to all who have partnered to make today's celebration happen. This year's theme is This Is Our History, as we celebrate those who paved the way for us to be here today. We would like to recognize and honor those that are still making an impact in our community today, such as our guest speaker, Briana Leavigne. Therefore, please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I'd like everybody for them to bow their head, please. Give a little word of prayer. Dear gracious Father God, I thank you for this day that you let us receive, Lord God. And Lord, I hope that you just let us learn something new today about Black History Month, Lord. Lord, I ask that you just share this place with your love and affection, God, with your grace and tender mercies, Lord. And I ask that you just let everyone enjoy this place and this show.
Which is a Swahilian song written by Jacob Devereux, meaning we are one. It's a song about love, peace, and general togetherness. Please enjoy.
Black History Month was created to focus attention on the contributions of African Americans to the United States. It honors all Black people from all periods of U.S. history, from the enslaved people first brought over from Africa in the early 17th century to Africans living in the United States today. Among the notable figures often spotlighted during Black History Month are Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for equal rights for Blacks during the 1950s and 60s, Thurgood Marshall, the first African-American justice appointed to the United States Supreme Court in 1967, Mae Jemison, who became the first female African-American astronaut to travel space in 1992, and Barack Obama, who was elected the first ever African-American president of the United States in 2008. Since the first Black History Week in 1926, other countries have joined the United States in celebrating Black people and their contribution to history and culture, including Canada, the United Kingdom, Germany, and the Netherlands. Today, Black History Month continues the discussion of Black people and their contributions through activities such as museum exhibits and film screenings. By encouraging the student the study of achievements by African Americans year-round. Notable African American alumni from Delville High School include Sean Stuckey. Stuckey played high school football at Delville High School, then matriculated to Vanderbilt University, majoring in cognitive studies before transferring to Troy University, where he majored in marketing and business administration. Stuckey is a former professional athlete and professional football player who played for various teams as linebacker with the New England Patriots, Minnesota Vikings, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and many more. He currently is a practicing lawyer. Tony Richardson. Richardson attended school in Delville, Alabama before playing at Auburn University. Richardson played 17 seasons in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, Minnesota Vikings, and New York Jets. He was a 4-time AFC Pro Bowl selection with the Kansas City Chiefs, a 2-time second-team All-Pro selection, and an NFC Pro Bowl selection in 2008 with the Vikings. He was a recipient of the Byron Whither White NFL Man of the Year award in 2010 and was named to the NFL 2000s All-Decade Team. He served on the NFL Players Association Executive Committee. Jonas Randolph. Randolph graduated from Delville High School in Delville, Alabama. At Delville, Randolph won All-State honors as a running back in his senior year and was honorable mention All-State in his junior year. He is the first athlete from the South Atlantic Conference to win the Harold Hill Trophy. Randolph will go on to sign with the Bloomington Edge of the Indoor Football League. And even though I am not an alumni yet, I will too be able to become some notable alumni. From working in No Good Deed and finding Josephine, I do believe that Delville has many hidden gems within ourselves. As I conclude, I would like to leave each of you with this. We as the Warhawks are all a part of history. Never give up on your dreams and know that you too can make a difference. Please welcome Master Starwood with the introduction of our guest speaker.
Briana Leavigne is a native of Delville, Alabama. She attended Delville City Schools from kindergarten until she graduated from Delville High School in 2013. While in Delville, Briana participated in various extracurricular activities. This included being the captain of the cheerleading team, a yearbook staff member, multicultural club member, and a beta club member, while enrolled in honors courses. She also earned the title of Miss Delville and was voted most school spirit in her senior year Who's Who's. Briana graduated in the top 5 of her graduating class. After high school, she attended Troy University, earning a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. After graduating with a master's degree, Briana began her career as a counselor, working with children, adolescents, and families. Briana is now serving as a full-time counselor at Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama. In addition to being full-time staff at Auburn University, Briana is back in the books as a PhD student. She is an associate licensed counselor for the state of Alabama and is in the Counselor Education Doctoral Program. In addition, her educational background, Briana is a published author and a motivational speaker. In her spare time, she writes spoken word poetry and serves the community. Briana is the founder of Delville Legacy Growth and Skill Community, a group created to serve the youth in the Delville community. Their events have included an opportunity fair hosted at Delville High School in April 2021 and an annual toy drive hosted during Christmas break at the Delville Recreation Center. One thing Briana would like you to know is that her journey was not easy and there are many miles left to travel. At times she wanted to quit, but she remembered her why and found strength to keep going. Please welcome Briana Leavigne.
Good morning, Delville.
Good morning.
All righty, thank you, Madison, for that lovely introduction. What a great feeling it is to be back at Delville High School and for this opportunity to speak with you all today. I was thinking that it was quite fitting that I'm here today, as in May I will be celebrating 10 years since I graduated here at Delville High School. So just a little heads up, Mr. Robinson's class of 2013 will be back in the fall, so just be on the lookout for us coming. But I remember those days like it was yesterday, and today, if my classmates were here, they probably would have introduced me as the hallway wanderer. For some reason, during our seniors Who's Who, they voted me as the hallway wanderer. I don't know why I was in class when I was supposed to be. But maybe I can tell you a little bit more about that later in this speech today. So, my classmates may have said I'm the hallway wanderer. Mr. Robinson may know me as Miss Know-It-All from Advanced Chemistry. Some people in the community may know me as the 2013 graduate who needed assistance climbing the stairs at graduation. And other people in the community may know me as that girl passing out Christmas gifts at the end of the year. But if you were to sit here and ask me who I think I am, I would tell you that I'm an overcomer. As with American and Black history, my history has consisted of highs and lows. So despite what you may have learned in the past few minutes about me, I want you to know that my journey was not easy. 13 years ago, 13, wow, I'm getting old. 13 years ago, I was a freshman, sitting in these seats that you're sitting in right now, here at this school. But little did I know that 5 months later, I would face one of the toughest challenges of my life. 5 months later, 5 months later, everything would change. I faced one of the hardest challenges right here at Delville High School. So, in honor of the softball and the baseball season that's happening right now, I have decided to use that baseball diamond to help you travel through this journey with me. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you. So, doing this though, I want you to pay close attention. That means ears open and paying attention. So one thing that I want you to travel with me on is noticing each base that I'm going to mention. You know, in baseball we have home base, first base, second base, third base, and you know the object of the game is to return back to home. Everyone following me? So pay attention to what each base represents as I move forward with this. Home base. Here I am, little ninth grader, not much bigger than what I am now. Ready to face I'll say the world, but ready to face everything that high school has to offer. You know, I was thinking, you know, now I can be a part of the dance team. I can join this club, I can be a part of this and that, etc. I was like that newbie on the softball team. You know, my uniform was still clean, never had to go through anything, so the smell of Tide was still fresh on my uniform. Just eager to get to that place so I can bat. Everything that I wanted to start accomplishing, I did. So what that means is that I was ready for the next phase. I was ready to take that first base. I swung, I hit the ball into the outfield, and made it to first base. However, the next thing that I heard was, "You're out." Excuse me? I'm out? I just started. How can you tell me that I'm out of the game and I just started? Sophomore year, I lost strength in my body. Completely lost strength in my body as I moved through the rest of high school. I could no longer run. I could no longer walk on my own. Definitely couldn't jump. I had to have help standing from a seated position. Even putting my hair in a ponytail became difficult by the time I graduated high school. So I did. I was out. I was out after only going 1 mile. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that everything that I had set out to do and set out to accomplish in high school was over. At least that's the way I felt. So that meant I had to return to home plate. I had to start all over again. And what that looked like was I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to be independent again. And everything that I thought I knew before was gone. This is what I had to do for the next few years until I graduated. Basic survival. Having to start all the way over at home plate. Until I was well enough to go to the next base. So let me tell you a little bit about second base. Second base, I got accepted to Troy University after graduating high school. Because of my health, I attended virtually online at Troy University until the following year when I decided to move to Troy. Shortly after making that decision to move to Troy, my mother passed. Wow. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? This happened, and it was painful. It felt like the world had just crashed down on me. I remember thinking, I've never felt pain like this, ever, in my life. I was stuck. I physically could not move. I questioned, how can I move forward when everything that I had just sort of vanished just like that? So, I went through my healing process, and then 4 years later, new wounds began to form. I lost both my grandfathers, and then I lost my father, back to back, right after the other. At this point, I am sitting at second base like, go on without me. I'm just going to sit here because I can't move. There is nothing that I can do to move from this base, so I'm going to sit here. Let's take a seat, because this is just too much. Well, let me tell you an interesting thing about second base. And those who play baseball and softball, maybe you can see this with me. Second base, you are positioned in a place to where you can clearly see what's ahead of you and what's behind you. You're in the back of the diamond, and you can see first base, and you can see third base. And you are at an equal distance to home plate on both sides. And so here I was, looking at everything that I had went through to get to second base, and then the journey ahead to get back to home base. I was thinking, can I do this? Can I make it to the next step, the next plate, without another out or without another injury? So another time where I had to go through a healing process and made it to third base. We're almost there. And this is the part where I contemplated, why am I doing this? I was saying, you barely made it here. You barely made it to third base, but yet you want to keep going. Yet you're choosing to go through the additional obstacles that you have to go to get to this home base. Why? Why are you doing this? You know you're hurt. You're limping. You almost have to crawl to get to third base. Why are you choosing to keep going? But another thing that I experienced at third base was everybody that was lined up to bat next. Everyone that was coming behind me and would potentially experience the same thing that I experienced. I saw the people in the dugout. I saw everyone, my teammates, and I also saw those of my teammates that came before me and struck out. everyone who would come after me and experience similar obstacles. So I decided to dust the dirt off. I wiped the tears away, because there were plenty. And I decided to run for my life as fast as I could. So now you're probably thinking, that's it, that's third base. The only thing left is to make it back home. Are you telling me that you accomplished everything you ever wanted at your age that you are now? Yes and no. My return home was significant in that it was a win for the whole team. It meant that I could look back on my journey, every obstacle, every injury, every hurdle, every sprint. And I can take what I've learned and help the next person on their journey. I was sliding into home plate, and this meant that I had opportunities like this to return back to Delville High School and speak with you today. It also means that the next time that I'm up for bat, I'm a little more prepared for the journey. I've had plenty of opportunities to speak to young people in various settings, and yes, that has also been while handing them a Christmas gift. But I want you to know today, do not underestimate the impact that you can have on someone. I remember when I was walking these halls, very ill, having to walk extremely slow, and oftentimes needing someone to help me walk through the halls. There were several times, and many of you can relate, when that bell rings, the hallways are bustling. Everyone's headed in one direction and then the opposite, bumping into one another. Well, imagine someone as fragile as I was then, trying to navigate that crowd. And there were times where I'd ask my teachers, hey, can I even leave early or can I leave late so that I'm safe to get to my class? And they understood that and they allowed that. And it's coming here and knowing that I had staff here who were supportive and with me through that process, as well as my classmates, because even at the very end, we were sitting at Honors Day at the Cultural Center, and I had to have classmates to help me up every time that I was honored. And I'm not bragging here, but that was very often, that they had to help me stand for me to walk up and receive my award. And even down to that graduation day, where it was only about 3 steps I had to climb to receive my high school diploma. But I had to have, I think 2 or 3 people had to come and help me up those steps to receive my high school diploma. And so this is why I'm encouraging you. This is everyone in the room, not just students.
Today, the African-American jazz legend dubbed the Sound of Surprise truly is one of the most influential players in the history of jazz.